Look, now it doesn't even dance anymore. Listen to its mouth. They're asking me to fix it for them, but
it's broken.
yeah, all it does is turn its head now. It doesn't sing, it doesn't dance, it doesn't move its mouth. I'm fixing that Frosty for him too.
What?
Frosty the snowman right there, it's broke. See, these are the people I want to fix the Frosty and the Santa for. I'm too afraid to go up to their door because that's weird, and like, I've been messaging them but they won't respond. I don't know. Let's see, let's see, the motor, the wires are on the motor still.
We had to resolder some of these wires back on.
Oh yeah.
These ones in here, I think, because we had this here all apart.
Okay.
They're not. I can't remember if they're soldered. If he was just able to crimp them back together again.
Yeah, that part's working fine, but I thought maybe the belt was off for the motor, but it's not the motor's not running at all, so maybe it could be dead, but I'm just hoping there's no board problems, but if there is, the other base will work.
Yeah.
So, are they? Let's see. They're electrical, or there's the rubber heat shrink holding it on, but
Yeah.
I can't. Guess we'll see what happens when she brings out the other bottom for it. Do you know what year what year these ones were? 2014 or?
Yeah, I'm not sure. I would say probably around 14, but that's where the arm got broke off, was right there.
Oh, okay.
So we're able to weld it back together.
Might have a replacement gear. It depends. I'd have to just open up the gearbox to see what gears broke and see if I have one like it.
Yeah, it's making a lot more noise than what it did before.
Yeah. This is a good thing to have. They have cameras watching the yard for when people are messing with stuff. There he goes. Careful. Is it?
Chest got broken. Remember how his chest got broken?
Oh, his head. So is that? I guess I'll put it on to see what. Yeah, it doesn't sound like the motors.
Yeah, what?
It doesn't sound like the motor's running, so they might have taken it out. The head's almost completely not working now.
They just plastic, that's not
Yeah. Yeah, they're kind of like foam a little bit. Maybe take those screws out, because these are the components that would be damaged behind it if they're...
There are screws that gotta be taken out.
Yeah, there's two.
I think...
Almost looks like there might be something else that holds it in there.
It's making noise now.
Deck doors with boughs of holly, fa la 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 la. 'Tis the season to be jolly, fa la 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 la.
This one,
Don
yeah.
we now our gay apparel, fa la 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 la. Throw the ancient Yuletide carol, fa la 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 la.
Oops. Pin unplugged.
Christmas! Deck the halls with boughs of holly, fa la 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 la. 'Tis the season to be jolly, fa la 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 la. Don we now our gay apparel, fa la 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 la. Throw the ancient Yuletide carol, fa la 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 la. See the blazing Yule.
Mine's louder than this.
La 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 la. Strike the harp and join the chorus, la 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 la. Follow me.
Oh my god. The board is hot. Okay, it's overheating. So that means it's hazardous. So it's definitely the board. It's overheat. It's hot. So,
have the
oh, that's
box,
good. This is the same box mine has, I think. So, let's see. Is this say 2013? Oh, that's good.
Oh, that's the piece where his legs
Yep.
come off.
That's the part that broke from the wind.
Yeah.
So the
Maybe that board will.
oh yeah. So maybe the motor for the dancing is dead.
While I tell of Yuletide treasure,
Starting to wilt. It's going to be pretty time to...
Oh, we've had the same Christmas tree since 2009. It's got some bulbs that are dim, and
Yeah.
the branches are kind of.
Yeah.
Alright guys, so here's the Chmeilewski spinning snowflake frosty. It pretty much needs repair in every part of it. Split gear in the hat arm, split gear in the hips, which I can replace all those because I've done it before, obviously. And the arm, let's see. The spinning arm is split too. Or it could be the belt, but it's ticking a bit, so it's probably split. This is a 2003 model, I believe, because it's belt driven. Actually, 2004, because if it was 3, it would be still gear driven, I think. So, yeah, I can fix that, though. The Santa, they have 2. They bought both at Walmart in 2014 when they were on sale. Both are broke. They may have board issues, but they may not. The mount, one of them, they took the motor out of the mouth. The other, they used one Santa for parts, and the one they used for parts, they put on the roller coaster. And they used to have both of them dancing in the yard at one point, but then they started breaking. The other one has a broken gear in the mouth. Well, what's weird is that all it did was turn its head. It didn't sing. Later, I found out there was a torn wire for the speaker, because when I tilted it down, it started singing, or when I pulled on the wire. But when I had them plugged in, both, I thought maybe the one bass was fried, and this is the second bass. This is the first one that was originally on it. See, they took the shoes off this one, but when I plugged it, when we opened up the bass, because I wanted to check out the board, when it started singing, but the voice started getting lower and lower pitch, and the head started moving slower and slower, and I touched the board right here, and it was burning hot. Like, it was overheating like crazy. Well, then I plugged in that. Then with this wire, I plugged in this bass to that body, and it started doing the same thing. It started out fine, but it got lower and lower, and their head started turning slower and slower. So it could be the motor in the dancing causing malfunctions with the board. Because the other body didn't dance either. Only the head would turn in the other body. This is the one they put on the roller coaster. See, it's all damaged. They said the wind blew it over and just destroyed it one year. I'm going to try to fix as much as I can. And like I said, I'm going to use the cords coming down from his body, plug it into the base. I'm not going to test my base with these bodies if that's what's causing malfunctions, because I don't want to fry my own. But I do know that this is definitely taller. These are both 2014 Walmart models, and this is a 2013 Lowe's, I believe. But anyways, I'm going to plug his cord coming down from him into these bases to see if there's a difference. And if there is, that means that the body is causing malfunctions. But if it doesn't work with both bases, then both bases are shot. And they said there's no time limit. You can take your time. There's no hurry. And if you can't even fix them, don't worry about it. They're really nice people. I told them about our yard display. They didn't even know about the older... They didn't know there was others spinning snowflake snowmen. I showed them all those. They didn't know about all the older Gemmy dancing life-size Santas. They didn't even know about the reindeer from last year at Walmart, or the dog from this year at Walmart. So I showed them a lot of stuff, so they might, maybe in a few years, I can put some of my stuff in their display, or the collection will grow since they know more about this stuff now. But yeah, anyways, I'll try my best, and I'm gonna start doing it now. So anyways, yeah, we had a long talk. So alright, so I got my Santa plugged into this base, and let's see what happens. Look, the hips are connected to the mouth on the older model. So they're... Wow. Wait, so... that means the mouth would be connected to the hips. And so they changed the wiring on the boards. What the frick? Alright, well, here's the other base. And we'll see if it gets hot still. Yeah. It's trying to make the mouth go up. And but the biggest key is to see if... So nothing seems like it's fried. And it's not getting hot. So it is the motor. So yep, it's the motor for sure. So yeah, on the 2014 models, the wires for the hips are actually, for the mouth are actually for the hips on this board, and the mouth is for the wired to the hip. They did just have the whole thing rewired. Like the mouth is for the hip function on this board. The hips is for the mouth function on this board, and the head, it's only turning in one direction. I don't know what the hell they're doing with the head, but yeah. But yeah, this body doesn't sing at all. It doesn't make noise or anything. So the wires are probably off the speaker on this one. I can't tell if this one gets hot though. Yeah, it's... Oh yeah, the motor's broke. The motor's actually like dead. Okay, so the speaker's definitely broke on this. So the speaker's blowing.
Strike the harp and join the chorus.
Wow.
I tell of Yuletide treasure. Fa la 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 la. Fa la 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 la. Ho ho ho! This is going to be the best Christmas.
See, it's starting to get
On a
light.
house drop reindeer paws out.
have a spare Rockalon Santa motor that I'm putting in it. This is the old speaker. Cheap ass old speaker. There's so much more bass in this. I don't know if it's as loud, but there's so much more bass in this. A lot more bass. Shows how much bass Rockalon Santas actually have.
See the blazing deck the halls with boughs of holly, fa la 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 la. 'Tis the season to be jolly.
So it does need a new motor, because it does try to move when I touch it, but it doesn't. Look at how it gets low pitch when I touch the motor. So it is the motor causing shorts on the board. See right there, they had to weld it back on because kids were pulling on it. I'm surprised that it wasn't the plastic that was broke, because that one was extremely broke. I really had to glue the hell out of that one's arm. But look at this one, was actually the metal, and they had to weld it. Oh damn, I just tested this motor on it, and it's really strong, so it's going to work great. Okay, so right now, I have to glue these pins back in because they keep sliding out. And he was messing around with that when I was at his house today, too. He tried to get it to go back in, but it keeps sliding out. What the heck is this from? But yeah, after I'm done gluing that, I'll put him back together, close his base back up, put them together, and then fix the mouth. And then this one will be done. Son of a fucking bitch. I just touched my soldering iron. That fucking hurts. So yeah, it burns really bad. I could have sworn this one looked smaller than my 2013 model. Guess I was wrong. They are the same size. All I have left to fix is the mouth, and this one will be fully working for another season. And then I'll try to fix that one. They use parts from it though, so we'll see. And one of the poles are broke, but I'll try to work my best. Either I'm gonna have to put a tighter belt on it, or use it on a 6-volt, because this motor is so high powered. It's like, that's way too fast. What the fuck? This is that Techie Toys 7-volt adapter. Alright, so everything's fixed now except for the mouth, and I'm still gonna do that. There is quite a difference actually between those two. But anyways, I put a motor, so basically the motor to make them dance was dead, which is what was causing the board to get hot. It was causing malfunctions. The speaker was blowing out, but I had an extra from one of those that was fried, and it was the same size. So it sounds great now. You can't use it on a 9-volt anymore because it's way too fast. I have a 7-volt adapter where it's decent on, because the motor I put in it is really, really powerful. And he will not stay stable with that motor. And it'll break him fast. So it has to have a lower voltage adapter with a lower voltage adapter, which I'll let you guys have. I don't think the button works anymore, but this is what the 7-volt. I tried a 6-volt. The 6-volt isn't powerful enough. But yeah.
Tis the season to be jolly. Dawn we now are gay apparel.
So yeah, again, I will fix the mouth.
Troll the ancient Yuletide carol. See the blazing Yule before us. Troll the ancient Yuletide carol. See the blazing Yule before us. Strike the harp and join the chorus. Follow me in merry measure.
They really glued the shit out of his hat and wig. Not only did they use glue, but they also used staples. Like, come on, use one or the other. You don't have to use both. Finally got the head in half. It took a while to get all this off. Jesus, they used so much glue. Wow, the only problem with the mouth is the square shaft gear is just missing one tooth. I think this is one of those items where all I have to do is flip the gear the opposite direction where the broken teeth isn't, so it doesn't make contact with the other gears. Then it might work, because I don't think this gear spins a full 360 degrees. So instead of the mouth moving downwards as he scenes, his mouth moves upwards. And I didn't change the wiring. I didn't like flip the wires around. That's just how it is. The spring is not holding the mouth shut either, but it must have been soldered backward. The wires must have been soldered backwards at one point. But it looks fine to me. It's weird, but it works.
Deck the halls with boughs of holly, fa la 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 la. 'Tis the season to be jolly, fa la 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 la. Don we now our gay apparel, fa la 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 la. Troll the ancient Yuletide carol, fa la la.
Like I said, I didn't change the wiring or anything. I didn't do anything with the wires. I just flipped that gear around, put it back together, and this is how it is.
Strike the harp and join the chorus, fa la 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 la. Follow me in merry measure, fa la 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 la. While I tell of Yuletide treasure, fa la 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 la. Fa la 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 la. Ho ho ho!
This one's mouth is small, like it doesn't open very wide.
Up on a house-top reindeer paws, out jumps good old Santa Claus. Down through the chimney with lots of toys, all for the little one's Christmas joys. Ho ho ho, who wouldn't go? Ho ho ho, who wouldn't go? Up on a house-top, click click click. Well, now what have we here? Down through the chimney with good Saint Nick.
Oh damn, they really did take a lot of parts from this one and rig this. I would definitely be surprised if I got this one working. This one's not even... I just want to see if I can, that's all. The head still turns, but the arms and everything is just... Oh my god. The wires are just sliced for the speaker on this one, which is why this one makes no noise. And look, there's the ones for the motor. So, I mean, I bet I could somewhat get it working, but... Wait... Huh. I might be able to. I don't know what this wood part is for, but... I actually do think I'll be able to get this one working as well. I actually really do. Because I know I have spare motors to put a new one in. I have screws to screw that back in. I can solder the wires back on. So this one might be working too. So yeah, this one's seen it.
Season to be jolly, fa la 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 la. Don we now our gay apparel, fa la 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 la. Troll the ancient Yuletide carol, fa la 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 la. See the blazing Yule before.
Yeah, none of these two are as loud as my 2013 one. Oh, the wires for the mouth movement on this one have been cut too, it looks like. So this one's mouth isn't even broken. I just plugged it into that one and the mouth tries to move upwards on that one too. But this mouth works, so if I can get that one running correctly. And it actually sounds like its batteries are low when it tries. I can only find one wire though that would go up into the mouth, not another. Look, there's the other wire. It's so short. So the motor in the mouth on this one is bad. It's causing malfunctions too.
Boughs of holly, fa la 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 la. 'Tis the season to be.
No matter which way I put the wires, it only wants to go upwards, not downwards. So here's what I did wrong for the mouth on this one. I have the spring going in it like that, but it's supposed to go over the top. Of course, this phone camera can't focus worth shit. What the hell? Can you see it? Probably not. It's going through there. And this one's... yeah. Actually, it's going through the same spot, but wait. It might be the hole that it's in, though. I don't know. Well, I don't know what to do with this head, because the mouth, I had to replace the motor because the motor was dead, but this motor is just as strong as that one, and I plugged the 9-volt into it, and it fucked up the gear, like, just broke all the teeth off of it. I don't have a gear that was exactly like that one, and now the mouth is just staying jammed, so I don't know what to do. I'm glad I just got one working at least, but I'll still get it. I'll still try.
While I tell of Yuletide treasure, fa la 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 la, fa la 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 la. Oh, oh, oh!